Yellow. Green jack.
Throwing to begin is Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
I like this. Right out of the gate, finding ways to get the running backs involved early in the passing game. What that does throughout the rest of the game, Mike, is those linebackers, their drops don't get quite as deep. Those secondary defenders don't get quite as deep. So you know when it opens up down the road? Big-time shots downfield.
Now first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Just across the midfield stripe. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Love to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll go for it. Love. That is incomplete. Couldn't get the connection on
stopper ball.
Give the ball over on down.
Ready up. Let's go now.
Daniels starts with a pass. Exiting the pocket right. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll get the 1st down there. Of about 5 yards.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
Come on, come on. Hey. Like it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 32 yards. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 0-0 is the score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment.
Okay, ready?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Flush to his right, and he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's third and goal. Third and goal. It's Daniels. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Touchdown, Washington. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
It's mine.
Here comes a return from the 3. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. At their own 19-yard line. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. That's complete to Jacobs. And he's not going to get too far and tackled after a gain of just a yard. Brings up second down at the 21-yard line. Throwing on second down, Love. That one, that's Matthew Golden. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They're going to work this down inside the 45. The breaks a huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
White, black ultra. Cut.
From the gun, it's Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
The man in motion is Watson. Running is Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
2nd and 11.
Let's go now. Blaster, black 40. Ready.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score! Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that all the way with touchdowns, and that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Austin Eckler now to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. On 1st down, Daniels to the outside, into the hands of McClure. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 15. And the Washington 1st down.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
He did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, a huge mistake. Late in the half. It is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. So 3rd and long, trying to pick up a 1st down to keep the drive going. Instead, the worst result. It goes back the other way, Greg. And the defense scores with a pick six.
Mike, sometimes there's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless. And I think you find yourself in 3rd and long, you're trying to make a play, but sometimes you just press a little too far, and this time it leads to the turnover and pick six. That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you can see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, at least come off the field and catch their breath.
On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. That'll be taken in by Karski Merritt. And the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Downfield, there's the veteran Arts. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. 38 yards. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. To return, it's McCaffrey. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Daniel. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he could, and that pass ball is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniel. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Washington.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
Daniels now on 1st down. As caught, that's Lane. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Daniels gonna throw again. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Dropping a catch catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you. All I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
3rd and 6. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniel.
Come on, dog. That's bullshit.
Incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Daniel. That's taken in. And he's going to get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chain.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
Throwing again. Daniel. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut, where you set your
Come on,
angle,
dog.
and then once
That's a
that ball's
bullshit-ass
out,
cut.
go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down. The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Washington. Play action. Here's Daniels. That's caught. It's Chris Rodriguez. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The air again is Daniel. As he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
And he's into the end zone. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And he's going to be taken down there as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The man in motion is Watson. On play action, Love. The guy and a catch. Incredible. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
On first and 10, here comes Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Now, on second and long.
Here we go. 6. Mega. 60. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
On the set.
Now, a big third down.
Let's go. Red 38. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Open is he's got it. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Well, here we go. Here we go. Go pick
The man in
them,
motion is Watson.
Hut, hut.
Love to throw on first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Set, ready.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion.
One, set, hut.
Throwing on second down, Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen at the start, and a loss of yards on the play. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Down. Yellow, 43. Silver, 38. Black shot. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. Got his man at the 6. And he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is first and goal.
It's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Here's a designed run. And he's going to be out of bounds. It stops the clock. They're continuing to get closer toward a potential game-winning field goal drive. Second and goal.
Hey, check mega. Set, hut.
They'll run with Jacobs. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Eckler on the return. Ooh. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Michael, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. That's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming.
That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Here's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Here we go. Start. Marching 18. 18, 5 years.
Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So, it's a win for the Packers. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So, that'll just about do it.
Run that shit back. That shit top. Steak down. Rockin', man.
That bitch got pink on the brim, the blue kind of offset because it ain't the same blue as that, but it's a little bit of that blue that's in that shoe, so it make it go splat. But then you come right back to the neck, that bitch got the 10 to bring that shit
Man.
right there.
I ain't bullshitting this game. I bullshit that last one. I gave that nigga a free interception. Some bullshit.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders. Jason Sanders ready to get us started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Here's Eckler on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Right to the air goes Daniel. That one complete to Jalen Lane. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. So, from the 37, here's second and a couple.
Let's go now. Cougars, gotta be Lions. Fix the Eagles, fix the Eagles.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Short on that, he's got Hurts. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 15 yards on the catch and run for the first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes. That run, that's enough to move the chains.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next third down situation? He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 35, here's second and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Daniels straight to Debo. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Go, Rick, go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Come on, come on. Ready?
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line. Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
We'll line up at the 3-yard line again. They'll try to punch it in on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Daniel to the goal line and in. Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. The Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Oh, baby.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The lefty right to the air to start. Open man, Malik Washington. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back, looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. He's going to be marked down up around the 33. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Miami. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Down the field, he's got Washington. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Tua. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
With the cover the spread.
They'll stop it with 40 seconds.
I got Cowboys covering the spread.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute
Nah, they ain't gonna
drive,
lose.
Mike,
Like, they don't
with
get their
some
ass
points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to
Fuck no, he out of bounds. No, Slam.
But either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Want to pick up a gain of 18, and it sets up first and goal. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. One more time, it's Achane. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back crosses. Now it's third down.
And now with that stop on second and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. Third and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
They say no to the field goal opportunity before halftime. They're going to go for it on fourth and goal. They snap it to Tua.
Get the fuck out of here.
The decision to go pays off. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Ready? Grab goal 80.
Daniels now going to look to throw. That's caught! And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reached the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Washington now to return it. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Tua now on first down.
That's a flag, Mo.
Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Tie game, second half. Mistakes here can really decide the outcome of the game. So it's a really smart play. Nothing's open. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another play.
Now a screen set up for Achane. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun, here's Tua. And on third down, that ball incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And it's going to lead to fourth down. They are going for it. It's Tagovailoa. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You know, Mike, I've seen a lot of aggressive plays over the years, but this one, it might just take the cake. I mean, to go for it in this situation, this deep in your own territory, you're making quite the statement that you are going to be aggressive all day.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
This one will be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Pass caught. That's Lane. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
A 35-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Commanders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's taken in by H.A. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2. The toss, left side, caught by his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Tua. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Tua.
Let's go.
It's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turn.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
6-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing is Daniel. Throwing on his back foot, and it's taken in. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Gotta be lying.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the loss.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Set. Viking 18.
From the shotgun on 3rd down. Daniel. And he's got the 1st down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Rodriguez. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on 1st down.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Lane.
Quarter chicken dinner.